If you live on a farm, you know that there's never a day of rest. Even though they say Sunday is the day of rest, it's not true. We had a pretty big storm blow through here this week, and we really fared well. We didn't have hardly any damage, so we're very grateful. But we did have this happen. One of the trees that's along the trail did come down on our run-in, so Mark's going to take care of that. So I thought you'd maybe enjoy watching him do some circus stuff, because he's going to climb up on things. And anyway, it's always an adventure with Mark. So I'm a little extra special nervous about this because if you remember from previous videos, I talk about last year, right around this time, beginning of June of last year, I was doing something very similar, cutting a tree branch that had fallen across the trail. Of course, I was being really not smart and standing on the roof of our side-by-side, and the tree branch gave way and it swept me off the side-by-side roof and I broke my arm. So when Mark said he was going to climb up there and do this, I was like a little nervous. So I'm a little bit extra nervous about this because it feels very similar to what I did last year, and I'm hoping it doesn't have the same outcome. So if you're a person that believes in positive energy, please send it our way. There he goes up on the roof. And this is where you hope that the roof is in good shape. All right, so I'm definitely going to stand back because he's going to start cutting, and I don't want to be anywhere underneath a branch as it falls. So I think what the plan is Mark has the Sawzall, which we absolutely love. We got some paring blades for it, and that makes a huge difference. They're really meant for cutting wood like this. And he's just going to cut little pieces off, and you can kind of see he's doing that now. The biggest thing is I just hope he's watching that, you know, whatever he's cutting, if it starts to go, he's not in the way of anything that could swing and take him off the roof. So looks like a walnut tree, which walnut is really nice wood. So that could be good. We could use that to burn. Okay, so Mark had me move the golf cart, which is scary because he's like, I think, assessing the situation. He's like, yeah, where you were parked is probably not the safest place. So I moved the golf cart. And now we're just watching him tackle this tree. Hopefully this ends, like I said, a lot different than last year. I think you're supposed to yell timber.
Yeah.
He doesn't think I'm funny. So we have one piece that's kind of up there. So I don't know if you can see up there, right? Like there. That's where that branch broke off. And what happened is it broke off and then it fell and it's landed in the crotch of another part of the tree. So it's just kind of sitting there, and that can be kind of dangerous. It's right over top of the trail where I work. So Mark's plan is he removed all of the smaller pieces to lighten it, and then he's going to see if he can attach a strap and maybe pull it. Again, just trying to be careful that when we pull it, it doesn't come down and cause more damage. I think he has a good plan in place. If it does pull and fall, it will land on the forks of the skid loader, and that should keep things from getting hurt, including Mark, because he'll be in the cab. Another piece of equipment that we just couldn't live without, our skid loader. Love that thing. We have all of our supervisors on hand. They are keeping a watchful eye over Mark. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. Mostly because if he gets hurt, there won't be anyone to throw them hay. Just kidding. I would still throw them hay. But anyway, they're over there munching their snack hay. All right, slight change of not so much plans. It was that I misunderstood. So what actually is happening is Mark put the tow strap on the branch. He's removing a lot of the smaller pieces that will lighten it. And then what he's hoping to do is he's going to actually pull on the branch himself and hope that it slides out of that crotch and lands on the skid loader forks. So that was just me not understanding exactly what he was going to do. So now we're straight. Okay, so I didn't get it on video, but pretty much what happened was exactly what happened to me, except that Mark is fine. He started cutting away one branch, and it must have been what was supporting it. There you saw what just happened. And it gave way, and he was holding the strap, but he used his brain and he let go of the strap, so it didn't yank him off the roof. He's fine, the building's fine, everything's fine. And now I think he's just gonna, you know, release some tension, and it's just gonna continue to drop. But wow, that was scary, and I had a little bit of a flashback. Not good. Wait, say that again?
Super large snowball today.
Ah, yes you do. You get that. Mark just said super large snowball today. We live in Maryland, and snowballs are a big thing here. It's basically shaved ice with flavored syrup, and you can get marshmallow on it and all the good stuff. So we're supposed to do that later with some friends, and I'm definitely buying him the biggest snowball that they have. And I'm excited because later today I'm going to be making for the first time candied pecans. I found a really good recipe online, and I'm going to try to do that myself. And I'll try to videotape it and maybe put it up in a future video. So now that we got the majority of it off the run-in, what we'll do is we'll go in with the skid loader. We have a gate right here that we can let Mark in, and either using a strap or just using the forks, he probably will be able to just kind of like pick it up and push it back into the woods. We usually just leave the stuff where we drop it. It's a good place for the wildlife to build habitat, and so it's not always important to like pull everything out. We don't really need firewood right now, but it is something that we will remember it's there, and once it's seasoned itself by just being out, we will come back maybe and cut some of it off and use it for when we go camping or in our own bonfires here on the farm. I'm just hoping that that doesn't break the wrong way and pinch his blade. That's the worst, when your blade gets stuck in a tree. Oh gosh, it's so annoying. But at least with the reciprocating saw, you can release your blade and leave it in the tree and just pull it and it'll come back out. I think he's doing a V, which will allow it to fall away from the blade, I hope. He did it. Milwaukee. Yeah, Mark is a fan of Milwaukee tools, not Sponsed. They're just good tools. We're getting rid of an old tub that we used to use up here that we no longer use for the horses for water. So Mark's up here, he figures he'll go ahead and bring it. Mark says he's jealous of my bathtub cooling. I guess it's like a spa.
I've just patented the new tub to go. If you have a skid steer, you too can have a tub to go. You just pick it up, you get a nice little pallet, and you can just carry it wherever you need to go. Cool off on a hot day when you're working, you just take it to the job site, do what you gotta do, you hop in, you soak, and then you just call it a day.
But I don't think you're gonna wanna soak in that. That's nasty.
That's all them like, you know, like kind of like oatmeal kind of like baths, but this is like sticks and debris.
So this is the hillbilly
This is like
soak.
yard waste.
Soak.
Soak, yeah. Get it all into your pores so you like feel expunged, exfoliated.
I think he's been out in the heat too long. We're going to get him into the AC.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming along on this little journey with us, and we hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you
Snowballs.
next time. Snowballs!